next trip is just a wee bit under 10K. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I budget for my travels. So I've used Notion, I've used everything. I still prefer Google Sheets. Different strokes for different folks. Let's get into this spreadsheet. Here are all of the destinations I'm going to be traveling. Basically put any important details, anything that I'm going to be paying for before the trip, I make sure I add to this spreadsheet. And then I make sure to include that train pass cost. I'm going to be flying first class there and economy back. What you're seeing at the top there are the points, and then you're also seeing the cost of the taxes and fees. First class ticket, I'll only be paying about $1,500 in taxes and $183 for my economy flight back. Which brings the total to a little over $1,700 for us to go there. Because we're getting married on this trip, we also think we're going to have a stop in the Maldives. That $1,700 cost right there. I love the way I set up this spreadsheet because all I have to do is slide everything over and everything will still stay lined up. When it comes to the hotels and the resorts, that would be covered by points, and I make sure I include a tab for the points and the cash as well. In a separate sheet, I have my research that I'm going to do on the hotels and do all of my reviews and basically choose them and add up the points. On my accommodation pages, I do some thorough research and I make sure I look into all of the hotels I want to stay at, make sure it matches my aesthetic, and I get all of the reviews and I basically rate all of them. And then I highlight all of the hotels that are going to be completely covered by points, and you don't have to pay taxes and fees for this. Now, my points won't cover every hotel we'll be staying at, so I make sure to include a line of the cash that I'll have to pay to. So now that you've seen some of the cost that's behind that grand total, we're going to head back into that sheet. And for this last part, we're basically going to budget out a payment schedule. So as I shown you guys earlier, this is my grand total for the trip. Still have to plan out my activities. That does take a little bit longer, so I haven't included that yet. So we're going to just stick with this total. I'm going to take that same grand total and I'm going to put it in this cell. Usually I do a column where I put the number of months that I want to save for this trip. Now till November, we're looking at about 5 months, but I want to have things done before, so I'm going to put 3.5 months. And just to be on the safe side, because we are going to be in Europe for a month, to make sure that we have enough money to spend while we're there, I'm going to put about 10K here for the spending. This isn't a random amount. This is us trying to make sure that we're conservative and make sure that we really have enough for this trip. Basically just took amounts that we spent on our last trips, because everything always goes in a spreadsheet, and this is just based on historic data. The last thing we do is we take that total and we're now going to divide it by the amount of months that we need to make sure that we have all of the money ready. So we need to start putting aside 5,000 and some change to decide each month. But don't worry, we are splitting this, so we're going to go ahead and make a split column. And this is basically the amount that we both have to put aside from our earnings each month. Pretty much how I budget out my trips is pretty thorough. Make sure I don't miss out on anything. I don't like surprises. Let me know down in the comments how you like to budget out your trips, and if you like this video, go ahead and share it and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.